observant and very well observed and very well known through nerd culture. More specifically, in case you're wondering, Power Rangers culture. Now, yeah, I've seen Super Sentai and I've seen Ultraman and Kamen Rider, but there's only one thing that always interested me throughout Kamen Rider or other hit or even Ultraman and even so of Super Sentai. You all remember back in the day that Super Sentai had a crossover event, which was one of the biggest crossover events that ever happened. That was Go Kaiser and Go Seiger crossover, which basically was like a Final War sort of thing. It's sort of like Infinity Wars, but times 50 times more awesome, because it included a lot of actors from the past centuries. And Saban tried to incorporate that by using that Super Mega Force movie. It still sucked ass. But we had a revamping when it came to Power Rangers. It was Ninja Steel, wasn't it? That had Tommy Oliver in Soul of the Dragon. So they redeemed it. They redeemed themselves. They had a redemption. But however, when I was a kid, one thing I've always done, either through just my imagination, by playing with my toys as a kid, and even by just sheer dumb luck, and especially since I used to write and draw a lot of comic books when I was a kid, that I still wish I had to this day so I could do a video on them, is that I've always wanted a big, huge crossover between all Power Rangers throughout history. My friend, my friend, so to speak, is doing this idea. L'Oreal Harris is one that is kind of doing this idea, um, except she's combining Super Sentai and Power Rangers into one. Um, so she has a pretty good idea. I don't think that it's exactly done on her part. It's a, still like highly work in progress, but I just wanted to throw it out there. And I must say, doing fantastic work. I, on the other hand, probably my wisdom of Power Rangers is just as high as hers, maybe just a little bit over. But if I was ever writing a big project like this, you can bet your butt that I would probably do a lot more darker things and probably more than probably Royal Harris. Let me explain it to you this way. She's more of like the kid friendly genre, and I'm more of like the I like the dark and gritty stuff. So don't ever expect a crossover because it just wouldn't work. But how you doing? So there is a couple of things that I like to throw out here of why a Power Rangers Shattered Grid, shoutouts aside, would work in my opinion. I've never personally read Shattered Grid, and I really want to and do a full-on review of the entire comic series. Um, but here's the thing. I know a lot of you probably say, "Oh, you'll just check out like Comic Story and or somebody reviewing it." No, um, I fully want to do it myself. So here's the thing of what I understand about it. Is that Shattered Grid is a big multiverse story that happens in the Power Rangers universe that crosses over from every Power Ranger known to mankind. I can say with definite fact that as a Power Rangers nerd, and as a guy who really does appreciate the genre so much, I would love to see this as a TV series. Now, hear me out here. I know that we can't go back to the future and get all of the actors back in their younger years working again on Power Rangers. Believe me, if that was possible, I would be gathering up everybody right now and recording one big freaking episodic thing. So I had some thinking about this before I made this video. Was that would it work better as a movie or as a TV series? And in my opinion, it would really work as a TV series. Now, hear me out. Shattered Grid as a movie would technically be like the Marvel Universe per se, but not really. There would be different parts and there would be different atmospheres happening in the movie. Now, for a TV series like Stranger Things or Riverdale or even of the likes of like Batwoman or Supergirl or even iZombie, it's probably a better throw in here. And to have it go about it daily, what happens in a comic would exactly work. I don't know who written the comic, but I have a hear me out here because he written some pretty dark episodes. If these episodes were written by Jordan Lynn of Power Rangers, the guy who wrote the epic ending to like Wild Force, In Space, Time Force, I think he even came back during Jungle Fury. I'm not sure if that was true or not. I think it was. And this guy is one of the darkest writers of Power Rangers, dude. I mean, he could have killed off. I mean, he did, but he could have killed off a lot more characters if we gave him credit, okay? He is one of my favorite Power Rangers writers, and every time I see his name pop up for something Power Rangers related, um, I get shivered down my spine because of how good of a writer that he is. And in fact, if I ever wrote like a TV series, a movie, or even fan fiction, um, I would be like the next Jugglin because I would be very dark, very gritty, but very atmospheric with what I do. Um, I'm not one much for a writer though. I'm much more for like art variety, but writing I never really gave it a try. So, but the events that happen in Shadow Dimension, I would like to see played out in a TV series because it would be like this big epic crossover, and even just calling it Shattered Grid, you wouldn't have to call it Power Rangers Shattered Grid, just calling it Shattered Grid is enough for someone who's not even a Power Rangers fan, who had no idea what this variety is, would still turn their head to the TV when it comes on and go, that looks awesome. I mean, even as a guy who hasn't heard of a lot of comic book superheroes until much later in my life, I still would look at something like Supergirl or even Batwoman and go, I'm liking that. So, you know, so, but I do have a few things that I would love to see happen um, if they ever make a Shattered Grid TV series, let's just say. Number one, I know that this is true. We can't get exactly everybody because some some of these actors in Power Rangers more are dead. Rest in peace, more dead, and a lot of them are in prison, aka Cole Matthews. I don't know what his actual name is, but dude, you went a little bit nuts and killed that guy, and now he's dead, and now you're in prison too. But however, I mean, just getting like Austin St. John, Jason David Frank, Johnny Young Bot, David Cranston, no, David Yost, Brian Cranston even. Um, Getting these guys, Amy Jo Johnson, getting these guys and girls back in like full gear would be amazing. And seeing, I'm pretty sure it comes from Shattered Grid too. Seeing Amy Jo Johnson as Ranger Hunter, fantastic. And if any Power Ranger is watching this, like past, present, future, hit me up on Twitter, please. I am such a fanboy of like Johnny Young Botch and Jason David Frank, and if I ever got a shout out from either one of them, I think I would have to make a nerdgasm until my fucking head explodes. I would make a fucking 10-hour long fucking video of just me squealing in such pleasure until my head explodes or until I break the sound barrier. Either or, I'm okay with that. I would love to see like all the different versions of Tommy. Even though I know it's like Tommy Oliver, Ultimate Power Ranger, I would still like to see him as his younger forms. Just so much. There's only a few things that would change. Number one, make Operation Overdrive more grittier and more intense than it was. Number two, make RPM more amazing than it was. No, seriously, I really hated RPM. I could not stand it. The only time that I really would watch it is just for the atmosphere of Power Rangers and Megazords. Everything else was just annoying and a fucking pain in my ass. And number three, and finally, make it as gritty and as dark as you can. Seriously. One of my favorite series throughout Power Rangers history is the Evil Six Rangers before they turn good, because it's so gritty, it's so atmospheric, and it's so awesome. So I'm telling you, if you do that with every single episode, even Kamen Rider Dragonite, if anybody can remember that, even though it was like bright and colorful, no, underneath the atmosphere, it was darker and grittier, and I loved it. It's like, what if we, ooh, that would make an interesting video probably in the future. What if we made Beetleborgs more grittier? Hashtag idea. Hashtag copyrighted, so hashtag mine, so hashtag don't even try it. Hashtag subscribe. So I would really like to see a Power Rangers Shattered Grid into the works. I mean, it would definitely be awesome seeing all the old Rangers back in action and back in their prime. Definitely, like I said, you can't get everybody, because sadly not all of them are still around, and but something that would be even nicer, acknowledging that these people are gone. So like having like a funeral to more Zed in the series, acknowledging Thori Train, even though she died back in 2001, if I'm correct. I think 2001 she passed away, right? Somebody should tell me. I'm not sure if I'm correct or anything. I just want to be known if I am correct. I'm pretty sure 2001 maybe. So be sure to tell me about that. So it would be nice to like acknowledge the other people even though they're not around, or even have a little Easter egg to them in the series. That would be nice. And Joe Lynn, because he is such a fantastic writer, he could probably do that and make it a very epic series. So I'm just saying that if I wouldn't like anybody handling my Power Rangers shiz, it would definitely be Judd Lynn. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you ever do think like, hey, you should write a dark and gritty Power Rangers universe, because let me tell you, I probably definitely would if I ever had the free chance, and if I ever had the real, raw talent. I mean, I'm not a writer like some other people are, so thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, join the Lazy Universe as part of Twitter. There's a link in the description below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time with more Lazy Universe content.